Hey guys, welcome back to another serving of food for thought. Of course, not everything in the reading will resonate with you, so I encourage you to take what does, and of course, leave the rest. However, if this resonates, or you just so happen to like this reading, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. So, let's jump right into the energy here, Holy Spirit. What are the messages here for the collective energies? What are the cards here that best represent the light, the energy, the message? You could be in a space of decluttering your life, allowing something to just be. I feel you could be overcoming obstacles and challenging yourself. Wow. So for many of you, I feel like you are in a space where you're trying to declutter, you're trusting self and avoiding toxic things, people, places, or things. Whatever the case, I feel like you're trying to overcome some obstacles that have definitely become a challenge. I feel many of you are just starting to give less fucks. For many of you, you are challenging yourself to just let something be, let something go, and be kinder to self. Or not allowing others to take your kindness for weakness. For many of you, I feel you're in a space of trying to get rid of things that you no longer need, opening up to something that is new. And for some of you, you're avoiding things when it comes to the past. For many of you, you're trying to create some type of routine when it comes to releasing expectations, when it comes to someone or something. You're trying to create some balance and release doubts. This is a time or a season of sleep or rest when it comes to changing habits. Many of you are feeling what you feel. You're asking for support when it comes to guidance. And for many of you, you're no longer in denial when it comes to who you support and give your energy to. As I said before, you're no longer allowing someone to take your kindness for weakness. You're no longer in denial about opening up or validating your past. I feel you could be trying to release expectations when it comes to doubts. You're laying something to rest, especially when it comes to a change of habits. I feel this is a time of you supporting self or nurturing self, not giving into the past. But I feel a lot about you has changed. Let's get some more energy here. Final card. Final card, Holy Spirit. So for many of you, you're avoiding things that no longer serve you to attend to home. You're escaping some sense of materialistic value, or you're creating distance between you and others that you feel don't know you at all. I feel for many of you, someone took your kindness for weakness. I feel you're now trying to release expectations when it comes to those who don't deserve your energy. I feel you're trying to overcome some things that have definitely become a challenge. But I feel you're investing that energy now into self as well as stability. Let's get some more energy here. So for many of you, you're done with something. You're doing you. Cleansing space. This is also connected to you decluttering and just letting something be. I feel you tapping into self, cleansing your energy, and just being done with something has brought you to a space where justice is being carried out in a situation where your kindness was taken for weakness. I feel many of you are too mature or too advanced for something or someone where there's really nothing about you they should hate. But I feel you had to cleanse your energy to find a new perspective. So as you're in a space of reflecting or just doing what you do for self, Someone is also reflecting about you. I feel like this is someone who reflects and thinks about you. This is someone who feels they're alone. This is where the justice is being carried out, and I also feel this is where the challenges and obstacles lie. Where someone is just playing too many games that you're too mature or too advanced to even acknowledge or deal with. As I sense your energy and your attention is needed elsewhere, which is stability, home, finances, a new direction. Wow. So for many of you, while you're seeking a new direction, someone else is as well. There's a lot of pain, karma. Enough is enough when it comes to the drama. This is where the justice steps in. I feel justice is stepping in when it comes to a situation that has gotten out of control. Someone is reflecting, praying for some type of understanding, clarity, compassion, after causing a lot of pain through mindless games or misunderstanding, and even the fact that this energy is careless when it comes to their direction. In so many ways, this is someone who is realizing there's really nothing to hate about you, but this energy was sitting in a very unclear space. But I feel karma took care of a lot of things when it comes to their resentment and their hate. Someone knows that they have more to offer you. They're hoping that you give them some type of chance. They're trying to align and heal. I definitely feel you're in their dreams. This is someone who needs to focus on self, yet in so many ways, all they can think about is you. This is someone who is reflecting, but still not attached or really in the know when it comes to the pain they have caused, yet this energy is moving towards it. Because the same obstacles you face, this energy, they face even bigger ones. One more card here from this deck. There's caution. For many of you, this is someone who wants to take action and just show up. But for many of you, when it comes to their energy and yours, many of you are very cautious when it comes to this energy. There's a lot of hurt and pain when it comes to this energy, as well as a lot of drama and a lot of tears. Let's get some more energy here, Holy Spirit. What are the messages? Messages here for the collective. So for many of you, this is someone who feels tied down and restricted by something, by their thoughts, the way they used to think of you, how they misjudged you in some type of way, because I feel like the paint is starting to chip in a situation where someone was being reckless. They didn't understand their position, but now this energy is feeling tied down, restricted by some type of boundaries. But as I said before, the imperfections, the flaws, the layers, they're starting to unravel when it comes to a risk taker. Someone who gambled with this connection, because things are definitely starting to erupt. I feel like there's some type of eruption when it comes to someone's karma. Someone's tower moment is getting even bigger. This is why there's so many tears. Someone knows they lost direction and caused a lot of pain because of it. I feel like this is someone who became a stuntman, camouflaging their energy, creating an endless cycle because of their ego and their pride. This is someone who now feels there is a locked door when it comes to your energy. Something is now closed off. This is someone who feels like they're no longer allowed, and something may now be at a distance for good. But I feel this is someone who could be reflecting, being more self-aware when it comes to their strengths as well as their weaknesses. But I feel this is someone who is still not clear on which way to go. For many of you, you're cautious with them, and they're cautious with every step they're taking at this point, because something has become clear to them. Something has become clear to a risk taker. Someone who knows that you're done with being nice. Because as this energy reflects on the past, they also reflect on how they chose to treat you. some things that are hidden are now coming to light here with the Moon card. This is also connected to someone's karmic lessons, karmic energy. Someone is learning some very harsh lessons, and things are very slow right now. Things are slow, but faded. I feel whatever this energy was trying not to see, refusing to acknowledge, is being seen clearly now when it comes to this Moon card, as well as the karmic energy of something being faded when it comes to someone who's always taking risks, where there is no reward. For many of you, this energy could be feeling alone, now realizing that they were wrong about something or someone. Something just isn't right. Because this energy is definitely going through some dark times where there's a lot of regret, guilt, shame. Someone is feeling alone, humiliated, and feeling like they're fated to feel this way. I feel there's some tower moments that's putting something in perspective when it comes to their karmic lessons, the chances they chose to take when it comes to their pride and their ego. Because this is someone who has a lot of pride when it comes to commitment and tradition. This is someone who's always coming out of strategy, never figuring anything out. This is someone who likes to think of themselves as a mastermind, but they're never repairing, rebuilding, or fixing anything. For many of you, they just don't have the tools. Yet I feel something is being exposed to this energy that's causing them to be very emotional. Not just about you, but the choices that were made, because some things are set in stone. Something they feel like what's done is done. You'll never see them the same. But this energy is also feeling like they're seeing the truth about something or someone for the first time. I feel like this is someone who gave someone or something too much energy, too much respect when it was never deserved. Someone is coming out as a chameleon. But I feel someone is in the early stages of a death of a cycle, or end to a cycle. Someone has tunnel vision. Wow. So it seems like someone has tunnel vision here, because things are starting to come apart or even get complicated, but someone is just tired of stringing something along after seeing something for what it is. Now this chameleon, or someone is seeing someone for who they are, seeing someone as a chameleon, or someone is coming out as a chameleon. Let's tap into it. Whatever it is, it's messy. Someone is wanting to clean up a mess they have spilled. After tower moments, volcanoes, tornadoes, someone is getting dark times. Something is closed off and very complicated. Complicated when it comes to commitment, tradition. Someone is reflecting when it comes to figuring something out, strategy. The fact that they failed to repair something or reveal something with you, they allow time to come between the two of you. Now they feel like they've thrown a grenade in their life. Something is explosive. There's smoke everywhere. And I feel like something is to be continued. Someone wants to resurrect something with you now that they see something is not what it seems. It's just smoke and mirrors, or just a bad situation they would rather forget about. But I feel someone is definitely in some dark times where justice is definitely being served. For many of you, this is someone who is definitely all in their feelings about something. Someone is all in their feelings about a situation, and they're reflecting about something. They know they're too old to play these type of games, but they're also realizing those around them are just as dirty as they are, because wherever they are, the energy is just not the same. Let's get some more energy here. This is someone who has tunnel vision after dealing with a very complicated situation that is still falling apart or unraveling. Someone is tired of stringing something along, but there are some lessons to be learned. And trust me, whether they want to or not, they're about to learn some things and see some things that they didn't see before. Yeah, someone is definitely waking up from a nightmare. Or they're waking up and finally seeing a nightmare. But this is someone who has a lot of anxiety, negative feelings when it comes to their emotions, a change, a toxic environment, a connection, family. Wherever they are, there's no silence, but there's a lot of judgment. I feel they're being judged for a change, a breakup. There's an emotional roller coaster when it comes to a risk taker, someone who is wanting to wake up from a nightmare, but they're struggling. This energy is struggling and running into a lot of problems. For some of you, these problems can get them locked up, arrested, and for others, someone is willing to break the law because of what they're going through. For some of you, this is someone who's running into trouble because of what they're spending their money on, or someone is taking something from them. But someone is struggling and thinking about the changes that they created, which is causing them emotional strife because of the bridges they burned. Someone is on the defense when it comes to the changes and the bridges they burn. They're also on the defense when it comes to toxic connections or environment or family. They're wanting to let something go because what they once ignored, now they see the truth. This is someone who is having all types of energy and thoughts running through their head. They're uncertain. They're wanting to let something go, but they also feel bound in some type of way, responsible. They're struggling with morals, values, tradition, commitment. They're questioning everything. Someone is questioning everything when it comes to what they chose to do and also how they chose to do it. This is someone who is questioning everything they fell into because it only brought them pain. I feel like someone is questioning everything when it comes to a partnership, evidence, some type of proof they've gained, something that they have ignored in the past that is about to bring a lot of change. Because someone is wanting to ground themselves, but I feel they're going to have to pay. Someone is going to have to pay a heavy debt when it comes to something that is failing. Someone is wanting to have some type of meeting or conversation with you, but they're too afraid to admit that something was special. But I feel something unexpected will have them needing answers. As I said before, this is someone who is now questioning everything when it comes to something that they now feel is fated to happen or go through when it comes to their life. These are tower moments, karma, when it comes to a risk taker. For many of you, someone burned a bridge with you because they couldn't face the truth. But now they're seeing some things for what it is. They're trying to put the pieces together, and they're seeking answers to mend a bridge. They're struggling. There's a lot of anxiety, negative emotions that are unfamiliar, and they're up late at night. I feel when this energy is able to sleep, all they can think about is you. There's no true sense of rest when it comes to their energy, their soul, or even their heart. Because at this point, this energy feels alone, even when there's others around. So let's get one more card here from this deck. This energy is feeling alone, like no one else understands or feels their pain, but I feel this is someone who was very strategic about what they were saying and doing, but it all backfired. Nothing is the same. As I said before, someone threw some type of smoke grenade and they didn't expect to get affected in the blast, but something affected them in the biggest way, especially when it comes to a gift. They just ain't giving no more. Let's get another deck out here. Of course, if you guys are enjoying the reading, please let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. So let's step into the energy here. So someone who is questioning everything knows they slept on your energy. Someone knew that they were overlooking your energy and now they're missing you. They regret looking past you, being over emotional, or claiming you were too emotional. I feel like this is someone who was claiming you were too emotional in a situation, and now they're missing you and regretting what they put you through. They know that you're a strong person. Legit. But they allow something to just slip away. For many of you, this is someone who is on a slippery slope. There's a lot of assumptions circling their energy. Oh, wow. I feel this is someone who has assumptions about others as well as about them, but I feel this is someone who has assumptions when it comes to someone who they now see is for the streets. This is someone who is trying to throw some type of pity party when it comes to something they sabotage. There's a lot of tears of grief wallowing in their energy. Someone could be drinking. That is not for everyone. Please take it how it resonates, but for many of you, you have to fall back. So for many of you, someone's on a slippery slope and throwing themselves a pity party and trying to pretend like they didn't cause so much damage. But in so many ways, they're starting to see how much damage they did. They're trying to cope with it, drink something away. They feel like the people around them are not the same. They're not related. This is not my family. That's what I'm hearing. This is not my family. And I feel as a last resort, they're acting out. I feel like this is someone who could be acting out low-key. They know you're peeping game. You're silently observing something. But I don't feel you can be outsmarted by someone who doesn't have no game. This is someone who thinks they have something all figured out, but I feel once you fell back or this energy somehow pushed you to a limit, they got a side of you that they didn't expect. Yet in a sense, even though they're wallowing in their tears and their fears, this energy is still understanding that they just can't pull up as a plan B. Someone knows they just can't pull up on you. And now they're reflecting on the energies they chose over you, or the life they chose over you. Something's just not adding up. There's some type of inside joke when it comes to a select few. Many of you have no words because something is definitely understood when it comes to a connection or partnership. It's somewhat of a mic drop, end of discussion. Someone knows they can't charm their way out of something, but in so many ways they are starting to see the joke was on them when it comes to a third party energy. They're starting to see how someone got over on them, played dirty games, took from them. As I said before, the jokes was on them. For many of you, this is someone who knows that you're going to check the vibe. This is why they have no access. They feel like you feel disrespected, or this energy is feeling like you're disgusted. They feel like they give you the ick. But for many of you, they also feel like there's some type of inside joke where no one's really respecting them at this point, and they're just trying to cope with their fears and their tears. For many of you, this is someone who's feeling like a crash dummy as they walk through life, just going through the motions, thinking and believing no one else cares or even seems to care. Thinking and believing no one seems to care that their addictions and problems are growing and nothing has changed. This is why someone is feeling alone. But I also feel this is a part of the karma. This is a part of the justice. Because even though someone failed you intentionally or unintentionally, the karma and the justice is just the same. But the fact that it's hard for them to see the reasoning for it, they're wallowing in it. This is someone who is very emotional about a mess that they had help creating, yet I sense they are the only ones who are suffering the sacrifice and the consequences. Because from what I can see, this is someone who is being pushed to a limit. Pushed to a limit where they have had enough. I feel many of you pushing something, pushing them away or falling back, giving them space, definitely put them in a space of reflecting on what you really meant to them, the position you truly hold in their life, and most importantly, how they should be protecting it. Because the bond that was created or can be created will always bring a sense of jealousy and envy. There will always be those who will envy the connection that the both of you have had, and now they're starting to peep game. For many of you, they're also taking notes from your energy. Someone is peeping game when it comes to the energies around them. They're checking the vibe, and as a last resort, someone is about to do something when it comes to something that they were stringing along. One more card here from this deck. Wow. For many of you, this energy is struggling because they feel alone, or this energy could be struggling because they feel imprisoned. For some of you, this is someone who doesn't have their own, and if they do, this is someone who is feeling like the space they are in is just not a home. Let's get some more energy. Wow. This is someone who is pushed to a space where they're going to have to admit what they truly see and feel when it comes to those around them. Someone is also needing to admit to you that, or even themselves, that you were right about a lot of things. Because the more things unravel, the more they see, the more they observe silently the truth about those who seem to wear their mask well. For many of you, this is someone who misses you, but they're also sitting in a sense of pain and regret, knowing that those around them is giving them a love that isn't true, isn't real. And seeing that for what it is for the first time is definitely humbling. It's very painful. Someone feels like they're alone, and that just might be their destiny. Six of Cups, bottom of the deck. Someone is definitely nostalgic when it comes to your energy. They want something to be good news. They want to take a stand, find strength when it comes to their choices, whether that is for the future, present, or mistakes they even made in the past. But I feel this is someone who is in hermit mode. Eight of Swords energy, because they feel trapped. This is someone who feels bound to what they have put themselves in. They're wanting to communicate, but here with the Page of Cups energy, this is someone who is just not a great communicator. They feel like you're better when it comes to choosing your words on how you feel, and they're at a loss for words. They're at a loss for words. This is someone who's in a space where they're emotionally imbalanced. They're in a space where they're reflecting. This is someone who is reflecting. Very emotional, Six of Cups. But here with the Four of Cups, they know they missed an opportunity. This is also something that they're thinking about. This is something that was some type of conversation, and for many of you, so many of you, this is a conversation over the phone where they're realizing something took a turn for the worse. They could have said some things to make something right, or shed some light on some things, but this energy kept talking in circles and wanting you to feel pain for the things they have done. But I feel they lost an opportunity when it comes to a mutual exchange, when it comes to the Six of Pentacles. Nine of Swords energy, as well as the Lover's card. I feel this is someone who has intrusive thoughts about giving something to you when it comes to a heart-based decision here with the Lover's card. I feel this is someone who wants a mutual exchange, but they feel they have already lost that opportunity by playing some type of mind game when it comes to words. But I feel this is someone who is just a poor communicator, and they just didn't know how to voice their concerns or voice their heart to you. So they just blamed you for being over emotional, too protective, or just dramatic, when I feel you were hitting the facts on the head. And this is someone who just didn't want you to truly indulge, understand, or even reflect on their deceptions. So they just stopped communicating. They didn't make an offer. They didn't talk about the things that they should have said when they had that opportunity, that moment, whether that was in person or not. They're feeling that energy now. They're feeling the pain of it. They're feeling the pain of being in the fog. Ace of Swords. I feel this is someone who needs to cut through the fog when it comes to a lot of things, and they feel you're also a part of the peace. This is someone who's assessing some things when it comes to past actions or the things that they said. They're trying to think logically, but this energy is still uncertain, as this is someone who already knows the worst is just not over. Someone is trying their best to do the work, but they really don't know where to start. So in so many ways they feel like they're healed, but I feel they're just in the beginning stages of something where they're just trying to lighten their load when it comes to their deceptions. Someone definitely wants to communicate. We have the Page of Cups energy as well as the Eight of Wands, but the fact that they know something isn't over when it comes to cutting through the fog. They're being cautious, but really wanting to lighten the load, let you know some things, but they're uncertain. Someone is really trying to make it make sense when it comes to the things they chose to do to you. But I feel if this energy knows nothing about you, they know they're going to have to come with the facts. And they're going to have to be brutally honest with you. Whether the truth hurts or not. I feel many of you would just rather them lay it all on the table so you know what you're dealing with. And you can make a conscious decision on whether to stay, grow, show, whatever the case may be, or let it go. But I feel this is someone who feels like the communication just won't be accepted or received. They're still trying to let go of their shadow self. Nine of Swords. Nine of Wands. Someone's still trying to let go of their past actions, ways, old ways of thinking and being. And they're also starting to notice here with the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords that you're taking care of yourself, doing what's best for you. Many of you may even have a gas mask on because you're not trying to be affected by the fallout of their flames. For many of you, this energy knows that you're trying to do what's best, and they feel like they won't be able to bury the past because of it. Someone definitely wants to lighten their load, let you know what understanding they have come into, what revelation they have come into. But I also see some type of self-bondage here with the Devil card. Tower moment, judgment, blame, shame, trying to replot a course. So someone is definitely putting themselves in a space where something is just not growing. But I feel a Tower moment will cause an awakening when it comes to them being accountable for the blame, the shame, and the pain. This is someone who is trying their best to replot their course. They know they're lost, yet this energy is still on the fence about communicating. They're running out of options. Someone's realizing something isn't temporary when it comes to you. Something just might be final. As I said before, someone's now realizing that you're done being nice and you just might not be coming back from it. I feel this is a definite transformation period. Especially when it comes to the love that you give, who you choose to give it to. And now that someone is realizing something isn't temporary, they're wanting to lighten their load because no one else can love, accept, and encourage them the way that you do. Final card here from this deck. Wow. Someone feels like a fool, but I also feel this is a new phase. And whether that is up or down, it's all up to them. But someone's going to have to be accountable for their actions to finally replot their course. I feel this is a definite awakening when it comes to someone who is yet to really receive this demolishment, this Tower moment that is going to take everything down. But I feel once the dust settles and this energy sees everyone for who they are and no one is wearing a mask, this energy will finally receive confirmation that everything that was said to them was actually true. Because those they chose to trust may be the very reason they lost you. Let's get some more energy here. This is someone who's realizing the energies around them were just not the right type of people. They're starting to read between the lines when it comes to a toxic relationship, a trauma bond. This is why someone feels alone. Someone is wishing to God, the Most High, the ancestors, the guides. Wow. Someone is wishing they never burned their bridges with you on the way out. Because now that they're dealing with enemies that they have aligned themselves with, they're wanting to move away, get away from a trauma bond, a toxic connection, a fraud. Someone is realizing something needs to fall apart to be rebuilt. This is someone who is now realizing there's a fraud amongst them. There's a fraud in this toxic relationship or trauma bond. They're isolating themselves, thinking about it. They're in remorse for falling for the illusion. Someone is definitely sitting in a space where they're realizing this karmic prototype, whether that is male or female, broke the trust. Whoever this is with masked intentions was just doing it for clout. Now someone has receipts on a trap. Someone doing favors for money. Wow. But I also feel someone is realizing there's a hidden agenda when it comes to a scam. No strings attached, turned into a spiritual warfare where they're in competition. Realizing this third party only brought them karma. Someone is realizing what they thought was pleasure only brought them pain when it comes to a toxic connection or an environment where they're realizing their alliance is truly their enemy. Someone is realizing they're going through some struggle of. Someone is wanting to release something. There's a lot of tension, arguments. This energy feels like they made a deal with the devil. This energy feels like someone's just after the resources, not caring about their heart, or someone is just caring about what something looks like. Someone is no longer wearing the rose-colored glasses. Yet now that they see things for what it is, they just don't like what they see. They know they were stringing something along, but now that they see something for what it is, it's just hard not to see. Now the same old thinking is not getting them the same old results because someone is trying to change something that is long overdue. They're just struggling to do it because they're still sitting in a space of karma. This karma is going nowhere. This bond is going nowhere. I feel there's a lot of lessons to be learned when it comes to this situation, and for so many reasons they're going through this warfare to finally see what they refuse to understand, especially when it comes to false traps, people doing things for money, sexual favors, you name it, it's there. But I feel there's a lot of things for clout when it comes to masked intentions, where someone is isolating themselves and thinking about how right you were and how wrong the path they chose truly was. Because from what I can see, this energy is sitting in a space of having a lot of remorse for a third party that they do not trust. They now see someone's a big fraud. They're trying to figure out how to detach, because whatever they're trying to run away from isn't running away from them. Actually, someone is holding on, trying to keep them stuck or bound, whether it's out of spite or not. Someone doesn't care if they're happy where they are, and they're feeling like a fool for allowing this fraud to take over or make them look like a fool, because this is definitely someone who is in a space where they wish they could tell you that their eyes are open now. Their eyes are open when it comes to this third party, fake friends, family, what they lost with you. They just don't know what to do. There's so much karma, there's so much pain, there's so much this energy is going through. This energy is definitely needing to close a lot of doors before they open any that lead to you. Let's get some final energy here. Confirmation, Holy Spirit. Someone wants you to know that their eyes are open in a situation, but there's a lot that they're having to carry right now. This is why they're at a distance, even though their desire is to be with you or around you or even having some type of attention, whether that is over the phone or some type of beginning stages. They want you to see that they're no longer the trauma when it comes to the bond. Someone is definitely in the stages of trying to improve. It doesn't mean they're perfect, and it also doesn't mean they're not a fool. Final energy here, Holy Spirit. Final energy. So someone has some coping mechanisms. This is someone who knows right from wrong, of course, but I feel this is someone who is really struggling with some bad habits that have really taken over their life. For many of you, these bad habits are just to cope with what they're not healing or dealing with. But someone is going to have to take away the mask to truly heal with what they feel. Well, feel what they heal. I don't know. But this is someone who is definitely dealing with some self-esteem problems and an energetic imbalance. This is someone who is running from themselves as well as disconnection. Yet this energy is still reminiscing. Still trying to escape, running from the connection, trying to move on with their life, but this energy feels like they're stuck in a loop. This is someone who feels like, I finally see. And now that I see, I've already burned my bridges. They feel like they're stuck in this trauma. They're stuck in this pain. They're trying to figure it out or trying to figure out how to maintain, survive, or get through it. But there's a lot of toxic patterns and behaviors that they're needing to heal. This is someone who is needing to heal some core wounds that confuse them emotionally. Because when they're not maintaining and tapping into self when it comes to how they feel, they become destructive. They become destructive to self and anyone who try to love them. So in so many ways, they do hurt unintentionally. But others, this energy hurts others because they are hurt themselves. I feel this is someone who is in a process of an ego death. Something is definitely being laid to rest when it comes to pain, doubt, fear. As I said before, their eyes are open now. When it comes to karmic contracts, this journey of discovery is definitely going to put someone in a space to break a cycle. And whether that is them or you or someone surrounding their energy, I feel this is someone who is going to be put in a space where they're going to have to go within to find the answers they seek. And this is why they're in hermit mode. Thinking about you. Wanting something better. But I feel it's after this massive wake-up call that they finally reach out to you. Talking some type of sense. Because someone is no longer lying to themselves about the connection they had with you. But I feel there needs to be a major wake-up call, a major wake-up moment when it comes to someone who is slowly waking up. This is someone who is slowly waking up. They just need a little space to grow. As this energy is finally coming to terms with the fact that no one else will ever support, love, or put up with them the way that you did. Because now that they're questioning the loyalty and love of those around them, this energy is going through some dark times, wishing things never changed. Because now there's a sense of remorse that they really don't understand, and sometimes that remorse kind of goes back and forth from resentment and regret. But that is not just about you, but also about their mistakes when it comes to past relationships. But most importantly, with you, with self, with the Most High. Because this is someone who lost direction when it comes to their spirit, their position in life, because they were just not ready. All because of their egotistical ways and pride. Now someone is having a lot of remorse and regret over their past mistakes, because now they see. Now they see all you were trying to do was love him or just make things work. As I sense they will soon see your warnings or your sense of concern was a direct link to what you know and what you've been through. However, this is someone who already knows if they knew then what they knew now, they'd still be with you. I hope you guys have enjoyed the reading and it's gained some food for thought. If so, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. Hope to see you again, guys. Bye.